Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again, inside the car, outside of the gym for the first of 2 deload workouts. So for this deload, what we're going to be doing is a 3x3 of squat, bench, and deadlift, all in that order, using roughly around 50%. Now for this, the key thing I want to focus on is recovery. The last 2 weeks, as you guys saw and heard from my bitching, was very tough. A lot of overreaching, and now this week is really just getting myself back in the groove of being ready for the meet. So the long anticipation is over. I'm finally going to show you my meet in just a short week. So the actual meet itself again is on a Sunday, March 29th. I will be going that Saturday as well because other people are competing that I'll be there watching. Not to mention I can weigh in. And as far as the weigh-ins go, right now I'm weighing roughly like 222, 223. I was really close to the 220s and was thinking of maybe just cutting down to make that weight class. But then I really had to reassess my priorities, in which case I would really like to go 9 for 9. And in order to have the best meet, I need to be there mentally and physically. And I think dropping down below 220, while it might put me in a lower weight class with the potential of placing better, I think also would just leave me really drained and really achy and tired. And a grumpy Brandon is not a fun Brandon. Just ask Mrs. Campbell Fitness. So for that, we're still going to be doing the 242 class. So I'm going to be at the very polar opposite end of most people competing. Traditionally, you'll find people competing in weight classes very close to the limit. I'll be right at the bottom of that, but that's okay because again, goal here is to go 9 for 9. With my openers, I'll talk about that more in the actual commentary because I need some content. As you guys notice, these meet prep videos have been shorter and shorter as we get ready to show you what I got. So let's get in the gym. Now for this particular deload session, I decided to give you a little bit of throwback to last year when we did BBSM, and you guys saw these shorts all too frequently. So match game is definitely on point between the shoes, the socks, the knee sleeves, the shorts, the shirt, the hat, not really the collars on the bar, but I'm not wearing my belt or my wraps. Some might think it's just because of the deload, others will say it's because it just doesn't match as well. I'll let you guys decide. But here's my 3 working sets for squats using 275. Again, roughly around 50%, and these all felt really, really good. I felt like I was able to open my hips a lot better than I had in the past. And even though this is a deload, this is more of an active recovery week for me, I was really glad to get in and just have this go the way it did. Now, I did work on my hips a little bit before working out. This is something I haven't been doing as much. I haven't really felt that I've needed it during my training, and my mobility has been fine. But just given, again, those last 2 weeks of overreaching, I was feeling really tight. So I decided to do a little bit of mobility work on this particular day. And again, things went pretty well. From there, we moved on to 3 working sets of bench. And this really didn't take me long to warm up because 185 is nothing overly significant. So pretty much just jumped for a couple sets of 135 right to 185, 3 sets of 3. Now, I mentioned on my last bench pressing session, say that 3 times fast, I double dog dare ya, that I went ahead and widened my grip. Instead of my pinkies on the rings, I went with my ring fingers, and this is how I benched for pretty much my entire lifting career up until about a year ago. I just feel more comfortable here and I feel more powerful, and I was able to set a new PR last week using that. And to be honest, looking at some of these angles, I just feel like it's a better position for me. You can see my forearms are pretty much straight perpendicular to the floor, which is what I want. So I'm going to stick with this going forward. Even though, again, I don't like to necessarily change things too often between a meet, I just really feel good here. So let me go ahead and contradict what I just said. As I was saying, how I don't like to change things too often. You guys saw last video me changing my grip around. I've gone back to the standard with the right hand over, but one of the things I played around with today was using these Strength Shop deadlift slippers. Now, I've never been a fan of lifting in my bare feet, and these are as close as you can really get. It's pretty much just a sock with a rubber sole on it. I really wanted to play around with these, just getting as close to the floor as possible, and this was a dramatic difference when compared to wearing my Romaleos for the other 2 exercises. So I'm not sure if I'll wear these in the meet or not. It felt really good today. Everything was moving really well, but again, using 50% will likely make you feel that way. But at least my mind is in a better place. As always, I log all my workouts in Fitocracy if you want to follow along. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big.